everybody, my name is Louisa. In today's tutorial we'll be using the bag and bead box from April, and as always I lay them out, I take a look at them, and I may keep them here for a day or two looking at them to try to get inspiration, which is not difficult because bag and bead box always sends you beads that coordinate with each other. And as you can see in this month's subscription, the colors are absolutely gorgeous. It's green tones and then coppery tones, and combination of green and coppery colors. And you've got spacer beads, and you've got some chain as well, and some links, and bead caps. I love this one. This is a chevron style pendant. And here's a couple other focal beads that I might be using. They're oval with the hole running straight down the middle. And I love these crystal faceted 8mm. I think they're 8mm beads. Let me take a look here. Actually, no, they're much larger. They're 12mm beads, and they're absolutely beautiful. So anyway, I'm gonna take a look at these and study them for a little bit and try to come up with some idea of what I'm gonna do, and I'll be back to show you. I'm back. I went ahead and laid out the beads in a way that I think is gonna look good. As you can see, it's a 3-strand necklace, and the reason I decided on a 3-strand necklace is because of this component right here. Okay, this is the number 9 in the subscription, and it's the 3-strand chandelier link. So because of that, I decided I would do a 3-strand necklace, and I like to use more than one pendant when I'm doing a multi-strand necklace. I think it looks really nice. So anyway, up here you can see is the toggle clasp, which is number 3 in your subscription for April. And let's take a closer look at the pattern of each strand. The shortest strand has the number 6 link right there. Then comes the number 10, which is the 4mm or 4x3mm Chinese crystal in topaz, copper topaz. Then number 12. Number 12 is a 6x4 Chinese rondelle in the green iris, and then I went ahead and used the topaz again. And then this one right here, which is number 16, which is a 6mm electroplated half matte barrel bead in the copper color. And then here's that 4mm again, and the 6mm number 12, which is the 6mm, 6x4mm. And then another link right there. And I'm going to actually wire this. I've already put together the beads using some 22 gauge wire, as you can see. So I'm going to try to connect that whole top strand using wire. And moving right along to the second strand is the number 4 bead, which is the spacer bead, of the barrel-shaped spacer bead. Then the number 2, which is the 6mm round glass bead in teal color. Then again, here's that 4x3mm copper topaz bead in between. Then again comes the spacer bead. Then this one right here, which is number 1, the ceramic oval bead with bead caps on each end. Then again the spacer bead, and the green, the teal colored round beads again, right here where the component, where the pendant is. The chevron pendant, and then repeat the same pattern on the other side. And then let's move on to the larger strand. Here's the large pendant bead, number 8. Check it out before you connect it, because I noticed that out of the 2, one of them did not have the hole in the exact center of the pendant. So just make sure that when you choose your pendant that it's centered properly. So anyway, this one has the same topaz 4x3 Chinese crystal. Then it has the number 11, which is the agate round beads, and with a Chinese topaz crystal in between. Then comes this larger number 5 Chinese faceted beautiful crystal in steel peacock, and I'm going to connect 2 of the green rondelles, which is number 14 in your subscription. And then here comes the same pattern again, 2 of the round agate, the topaz in between, and then the Chinese faceted crystal with the 2 green rondelles on each side, and then again the two round beads. So that's the pattern, and I'm hoping it's going to work out. It may end up looking a little different by the time I get done, because I want to make sure that the strands lay properly and that I don't have overlapping, you know, one pendant overlapping the other. So there needs to be enough space in between. So anyway, when I get done, I will attach the chain to this end and run it up to the toggle. And I'm hoping that it's going to look good. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and assemble it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and assembled the 3 strands. I wanted to show you this little tip. Before I put them on that chandelier link, I like to use these clips to hold the strands, so that then I can check the length to make sure that the length is the right length, and the pendants aren't overlapping. It's just a good idea to do that, because you know, you're not really going to know until you actually hold it like this and it's hanging. So anyway, I wanted to show you that I already did the 3 strands. Here's the top one, and I'm going to go ahead and attach it now to the chandelier link, and then I'll attach the chain, and I'll put it on a necklace display so you can see what it looks like, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm in the middle of putting together the shortest strand at the top, which, like I told you earlier, I'm going to be wiring the whole thing. And I did say I was going to use 22 gauge wire, but I decided that was a little bit too weak, so I switched to a 20 gauge wire in a copper color. But I did want to show you this really neat tool. It's called the Euro tool, 3-stepped jaw plier, and I like this tool because I like to use it to make loops, because the as you can see, it's a certain width, and so your loops are always going to be the exact same size if you use one of these tools. And basically, you know, I use the lower one because the lower one gives me a 4mm sized loop, and it's about 2 millimeters wide. That would be the inner diameter of the loop, and I've already done one side. As you can see, it's a very nice round loop. And what I've discovered is that if I measure out 10 millimeters at the other end and then snip it off, that gives me the perfect 4mm sized loop. So I'm going to go ahead and snip off. I don't know if you can see where I marked it. I'm going to snip off so I have a 10mm tail, and then using a long chain nose plier, I'm going to go ahead and bend it to 90 degrees. And then using the Euro tool, it's very simple. You just put it at the end and then curve it, and it'll follow the diameter of that barrel, and just keep turning it until you get a nice closed loop, and there you go. So anyway, I'm getting ready to assemble the top strand now, and I just wanted to give you that tip, because what I've noticed is that my loops are very consistent when I use, and you can use any size here. I normally like to use the small one for a 4mm loop, but it gives you very consistent loops, and you don't have to worry about, you know, having loops that are not all the same size. Okay. The thing I wanted to mention before I put it on the necklace stand is that with this top strand, I went ahead and used artistic wire 20 gauge, but these other two, I used beading wire, and it's the Flex Right 49 strand nylon coated micro wire. So that's what I used for these bottom 2 strands, and then of course I had to add some crimp beads to attach it to this link. And then the other thing also, I went ahead and used a larger jump ring to attach the chain to the link, and another one to attach it to the toggle clasp. And these jump rings did not come with a subscription, so you'll have to find them on your own. So anyway, that's basically it, and I'm going to go ahead and mount it on the necklace stand. Okay, I'm back, and here's the necklace all assembled. I'm very happy with it. I think it looks pretty nice. Everything hangs just right. I did have to add, I don't know if you can see it, but I did have to add a couple of 8/0 seed beads on either side of this center round bead, because otherwise you would have seen the wire. So I did add an 8/0 on either side. And anyway, here it is. I think it looks really nice, and I'm very happy with it. I hope that, oh, I did add this little one here as well. I think it's 4x3 or 6x4 millimeter round matte bead, just to give it a little bit more detail. And that's the finished product. Anyway, I hope you like it, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching.